1, 2, 3, let's go!
Yo, what is up guys? It's DJ Rick Webb and we're back at it again with another gig log. Today we're heading out to John Glenn High School for a pretty large prom setup. So today is Friday and I'm going over to John Glenn High School to set up right now. It is like 3 o'clock on Friday. I'm gonna go set up everything, that way it's all taken care of for tomorrow night. And actually, John Glenn High School was my second ever gig log I made. Link to it right there. I called it like Mega Prom back then because it was a huge prom for me at the time. Obviously, Marietta's was way bigger on production wise, so that was probably the mega one. So basically, this is like, it's been a year now that I've been making gig logs on this YouTube channel. It's pretty substantial to see the growth that we've had. Last time I brought out this big setup like this, you guys had some concerns because I had the tonneau cover off and I stacked up all the speakers in that. And I stated to you guys, I only do that when it's a short drive and the weather's nice. Today, as you guys can see, is overcast and it's like a 50-50 showers all day. So I have the tonneau cover on and I'm not actually taking all the speakers out, and John Glenn High School is about half an hour away, so I can't risk it. So the big subs are actually still sitting over there, and either one, Michael's going to bring them out to me later when he gets out of all of his practices. He's got track practice and lifting and stuff for high school, or tomorrow I will just bring them along with me to the gig and I will have Michael drive his car over and we'll take everything back. That way I don't have to worry about renting a U-Haul or a U-Haul trailer or something crazy like that just to bring 2 extra subwoofers. But also, a lot of you guys have actually mentioned to me to get a trailer, and to be honest guys, for me, money-wise, a trailer is not a good investment. Not at all, especially when majority of my gigs, like 90% of my gigs, I can fit everything in my truck with no hassle at all. Especially weddings, because I'm never bringing more than what can fit in the truck. It's only these high school gigs when I need to bring out the big subs that I actually have to either stack them all up or bring another car. Anyways, let's get on the road. Let's go over to John Glenn. Let's get this prom all set up and ready to go. Alright, so a little bit of a change up from last year. We're gonna go load in down on the side entryway. Pretty nice. Walked in there, Michelle, Dave, the whole gang from Vent Designs is here, already on the ceiling, pipe and drape and all that fun stuff. Basically, it looks identical from last year. I'm really kind of confused. Like the theme and everything looked the same as last year. Like it's the same black, white, and red and gold theme as what it was last year. So very, very interesting. Sorry guys, I haven't been filming setup because it's starting to rain and I'm trying to hurry up. Welcome to John Glenn. This is the back area. This is like where they just chillax and stuff, and over there's the dance floor. That's what we got to work with, the setup. Kind of curious how I'm going to make this work with the Hollywood sign right there with the big T-bars, because I don't want to cover it up. Another thing that you guys will see when I start setting up, there's stairs in the middle of this stage, so I can't put all 4 subs together in the middle. And I'm just going to do the same thing I did last year, which worked really well, which is put a PRX 618 and a 715 XLF on either side, and that seemed to work very well and gave me a nice bass response in the room. Just trying to figure out where to put the tripods with the speakers, the big tall T-bars, just trying to space everything out. One thing I don't like is this stage is not centered in the room. As you can see, there's huge gap over here and no gap over here. So the stage is not centered in the room, which bothers me. Alright, so update guys, I have all the speakers hooked up that I have here. I'm still waiting on the 18-inch subwoofers from Michael. Just the 15-inch subwoofers are down below. All the cabling is there though for the 18 inches when they get here. So that's good. Lighting, I've been working on lighting. There's no haze or fog. So but they wanted lasers. Update, Michael is here now. We got the 18-inch subwoofers rocking. We just did a sound check real quick and she's sounding pretty good. All the wireless DMX is hooked up. Everything is rock and rolling. Got the pars underneath, all them. Just need to, Michael's working on cleaning up all this stuff. We're gonna get the facade up and then probably raise the T-bars up, run a whole entire check of all the lighting when it's all the way up in the air. We gotta strap the subs together still, and then we'll be all set. For you guys that like to know my cabling and stuff, right here we have my left and right outputs from the SZ and my booth outputs from the SZ. which are TRS, which I have a TRS to RCA connector. This goes to my RCA to XLR cable, which is right over here. The left and right for the subs gets fed out here, down to the subs on this side. We'll show that in a second. The right input comes over here, it goes in the back of the PRX 712. We have a throughput over to the Eon. Same thing on the other side. Two cables come down here for the subs. So they come down here and they go into the left and right, go into the back of the 715 XLF. They come over here to the 618, and then they come out, go over here to the other two subs, into these two subs, and then link to these two subs. That's how the audio is ran for this event. You guys a lot of times ask me questions about power and stuff like that. So I'm running on 3 individual breakers for this event. There are outlets right behind these subs. Those are on the same breaker. So the subs are on their own independent breaker, which is ideal for this when you have 4 subs pushing at full volume. They draw a lot of power, so putting them on their own circuit's a good idea. Then back here behind the stage, we have an outlet here that's on a separate circuit. That comes up here and runs all this lighting and those 2 speakers. That also comes over and runs up into my main console to run all the stuff behind the console. Over here we have another outlet on its own circuit over here. If you noticed, I have surge protectors on every one of my outlets. Power conditioners would be better, but surge protectors are at least some sort of a protection. A lot of times I run the power up to my main booth and run surge protectors there, but this one it was just easier to do this way. That one runs these 2 speakers and that lighting. Well, all set up. Lasers are going. We will be moving Hollywood in so that it actually looks centered and not interrupted by my big tall T-bars. Michael's back there playing with the lighting. All of the pipe and drape and decor and everything was done by Event Designs, which does every prom with me normally because that is our sister company to DJ Associates. So they did the ceiling that you see around here, the pipe and drape, those back tables back there, all the chairs, the decor, all that's ours. Alrighty guys, that concludes Friday's setup here at John Glenn High School.
The next day.
Welcome back to the vlog, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday and it is 5:25, which means it's time to get on the road and head on over to John Glenn High School so we can get everything turned on and ready to rock and roll for this prom. Let's go. Just been walking around turning on all the lights, making sure that all the event design lights are on and all of my lights are on. Just now turning on all the speakers, about to do sound check. Alright, to get the track queued up. Volumes are all set. Press the play button. We have a signal. And we're good. Now I'm gonna make sure everything's all good to go. Sounds crispy. God, I love JBL. I just got this song too. Sounds good at quarter volume. The wash moving heads are on an amber on the back Hollywood. I need to make sure they have a W. That's not gonna look good. The W popped yesterday. The W balloon popped yesterday, so they didn't have a W. All suited up and ready to go. We got a W. So like the last prom, I'm DJing off the side laptop on Virtual DJ using their auto mix feature, coming out of the aux cable and running into channel 4, actually 3 tonight, on the back of the SZ. That way I don't have to auto. Yes guys, I looked into the autoplay on Serato and it's terrible compared to the Virtual DJ auto mix, because there's actually, it's equivalent to playing iTunes, basically, is what Serato's is. There's no fades in between at all. Virtual DJ will cut out stuff and make it sound a lot better. So this is the first. I was just made aware that we have a surprise rapper coming up here at 9:30. Apparently the kids know him and everything. So, should be interesting. I'm listening to his song right now to make sure it's clean. So far it's not, so I'm gonna have to censor it as I go. My volume is extremely low right now. I don't know if you can hear me, but I always like to start off with the volume really low, and I wait until basically majority of everyone is here in the dance floor. and then I kick the volume way up, get that big loud punchy bass, and gives a big impression on them, gets them bumping around to get it started. I'll film that for you guys today. I haven't really filmed that. Hey, what's up, John Glenn High School? Let me hear you make some noise. Like I said earlier, my name is DJ Rick Webb. We're gonna get things turned up here. Let's get it lit, let's get it poppin', let's go.
A-Town.
She said, baby, let's go. When I told her, I said, yeah. So you got time, come
I can like feel the heat radiating off you guys. Is it like hot as hell out there or what? Make some noise real quick. Make some noise. Make some noise. All right. We have a special guest performance here. Welcome out to the stage, Rizzy Rudy. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing? Make some noise. Make some noise. We're gonna do this. We can do it one time. One time. Yeah. Make some noise. Make some noise. Yeah. Hey. One time for the people who say I couldn't do it. One time for the hating ass niggas. One time for the ones who left me on this journey. One time for the ones who never showed me mercy. One time for the ones who were talk shit. One time for the ones that took me to the curb. Put your middle finger in the air. Now flex on the haters that talk shit. They don't want to see you win. Take it from a kid. Who's down there and grinning. One time for the ones who said I couldn't do it. One time for you hating ass niggas. One time for the ones who left me on this journey. One time for the ones who never showed mercy. One time for the ones who were cheated. Shout out DJ PRX. I'm Rizzy Rudy. Check me out on SoundCloud. Thank y'all. Have a good night. Give it up one more time. Give it up one more time. Rizzy Rudy. Shout out to my team. minutes left. I want to try something real quick. Everyone get in the middle here. I want you guys to get hype as heck for this.
Y'all ready for this?
Let's go, let's go. One, two, three, let's go.
For a minute I was stone cold sober. I pulled you closer to my chest. I'm sexy and I know it.
Alright, John Glenn, I got time for one more song. I always leave it up to vote. You guys want to hear a fast song or a slow song? Alright, let's get it. Get it up, get it up, get it up.
Pick it up, pick it up. Should I have them apple bottom jeans with the bird? The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor, he hit the
Last song here. Alright, John Glenn, let me hear you make some noise one more time. If you had a great time tonight, let me hear you make some noise! On behalf of everyone here, my name is DJ Rick Webb. Everyone have a good night. Everyone be safe getting home tonight. Good night. So, for the most part, everything is torn down. We're about to just start loading out of here. Get the truck and the Acadia all loaded up. Michael brought the Acadia so we can get big subs home. That's pretty much all. Alrighty, we got everything loaded up in the truck. Michael is bringing the car around to load the big subs up in. Honestly, I think if I wanted to, I could fit both the big subs in there and make it work, but I wouldn't have a passenger seat, so. Alrighty, we're out of here. See you guys when we get home. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back home, and instead of going down in the basement, we're not unloading at all tonight. One, it's late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now. And two, it's raining, so I had to back the truck in the garage because this tonneau cover, as waterproof as it is not waterproof when it comes to pouring down rain. Some quick pointer notes. 1, 65. You guys were wondering like why my Snapchat, Instagram names have 65 at the end. That was my senior football number. Before we talk about the gig, I wanted to talk about music diversity. So if you want to be a mobile DJ, you want to do what I do, where I do weddings, I do events, I do high school events. Michael's home, scared the shit out of me. I've came to realize over the last 4 years, I listen to all genres of music. And what I tend to do is I listen to the opposite genre in my truck and when I'm going places than what I'm actually gonna be DJing with. So lately I've been doing a lot of hip hop, rap, pop, high school proms. I mean, actually like 4 in a row now, and I still got 1 more left to go. I've been listening to country in my truck, and I've been listening to EDM when I go lift and stuff like that. So it's just how I keep myself diverse and clear my head. So it's just the way that, I don't know, comment below any of you other DJs do this as well, or if you have this sort of thing I'm about to talk about, is that listening to country before I'm about to go do a hip hop and rap just clears my mind, of all the like the top hip hop and rap songs and stuff like that, just clears it so that I go in there with a fresh mindset to DJ with. I don't have a set list of what I'm gonna be playing because I'm not listening to it. I'm just gonna feed off the crowd and I'm gonna DJ. It's counterintuitive than what you would think, but it works for me. It works for me a lot. When I'm doing weddings and stuff like that, normally I'm listening to hip hop and rap because I don't play it at weddings as much. It's more pop and country in my area. Just curious to hear all you other DJs out there, if your thoughts of this. I originally was a single DJ. All I ever used to listen to was top 40 pop, hip hop and rap. That's all I listened to ever. And then after I started getting towards my senior year of high school, junior, senior year of high school, in DJing, I started experimenting and listening to all these other genres, and I fell in love with all the other genres. I love music in general, which I think is something that's crucial if you want to become a successful DJ, is you gotta love every genre possible out there. You gotta know how to play each genre, especially if you're gonna do what I do with the diversity of events I do. Now, onto the gig here. As you guys saw, it was very, very heavy in the hip hop and rap. Probably the heaviest I've had of any high school event so far, other than probably Marietta High School. As you guys saw, they had a blast. That rapper, Rizzy Rude, I'm gonna link his SoundCloud below. Really a good rapper. I found out that he was a senior last year. He just graduated, and the dude came and killed it. I was actually very impressed with his music. Sounded really good. All right, now on to the who was happy and who wasn't at this event. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on this, but at John Glenn, the administration doesn't really like the music and the grinding. They don't like it. That's about as far as I'm gonna go with that statement. I did make one crucial mistake. I said hell on the mic. Probably shouldn't have done that. That probably shouldn't have said hell in the mic. That was a bad idea. As far as the kids were concerned, the kids had a blast. Compliments as always. Definitely was a very successful prom in the kids' eyes. They definitely had a blast. They were jumping up on their feet. There's one thing also I want to talk about with high schools. This is just a tip for you guys. Pro tip. Pro tip. Let's bring them back. Pro tips. So at high schools, if you're going into a high school that you have not DJ'd before, and proms are a big one for that, because proms you have a whole entire new junior class coming in every year. So if they don't know you as a DJ, they don't know what you do, how you do it, they don't know if you're any good, you need to kill it off the beginning. You gotta throw out some hits. Off the get-go, you gotta throw out some hits so that way they trust you. I've talked about this before. You need to throw out some hits so that way they trust you. That segment I did with the Get Ready remix by Steve Aoki and Into Turn Down for What, I probably couldn't have successfully done that if I didn't have already built up that trust in them to allow me to do that. And especially like Sexy and I Know It at the very end, Tonight's Gonna Be a Good Night. Songs like that, for that crowd, they were definitely hip hop and rap oriented. If I wouldn't have built up that trust playing good hip hop and rap current stuff at the beginning of the gig and then worked my way into that at the very end, they wouldn't have trusted me and it would have been bad. So if I would have started off with that Get Ready remix, which I've done at a few schools before, and it's failed and it's been successful at certain schools. This one was definitely, if I would have started out with that, it probably would have failed bad, just because they are so hip hop and rap oriented. Just a little pro tip for you guys. I rambled on for a long time here in this conclusion of this prom, John Glenn High School prom. Big old success, big old thumbs up for me. Anyways guys, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up on this video. Leave in the comment section down below any comments, questions, and concerns you have on this gig log. Also talk about the diversity thing. If any of you guys have any comments, leave it down in the comment section below. If you aren't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. My name is DJ Rick Webb. Keep them records spinning, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!